Just kidding. Good morning, everybody. I always try, and then I'm just like, nope, let's not do that, right? What is up, everybody? It's not really going to be a happy stream today. As you guys see, I have updated a couple of things about Brandy. Her close friends that speak to her on a daily basis have posted a video, and it's just not good. I'm not going to go ahead and put her in a grave or anything already, so we're going to come together today and proclaim her full health, because you know in the Bible it says when two and more come together and agree, it shall be. It doesn't say it exactly like that, but you know what I mean. I just don't understand how sometimes the good people always get hardships. And it just makes me so sad, because this woman is absolutely amazing. She will be the first one to check on you every day. If she watches your stream and she thinks maybe you're having a bad day, she'll be the first one to send you a funny little video. For those of you guys that don't know, Brandy Vaughan used to be formerly known as Brandy Neal, Michael Monkey Vaughan's mama. Michael Monkey Vaughan has been missing since July 27th, I believe, 2021, shortly after Summer Wells, who was in June 15th, 2021. He's been basically told to the family as being unalived. And so for the last couple of years, I feel like we've just been going in circles with the 4 suspects they've named publicly, but these suspects that are basically almost fully proven to be in the court of public opinion for sure, but based on the things they've said to us publicly, I personally feel like we could clearly come together with some evidence to prove that Michael Monkey Vaughan was harmed by these 4 people. But for whatever reason, thank you, Helena, it's just not coming together. And the last time the DA told her they had paperwork drawn up, she just was so excited, and it was right when she realized she was as sick as she was and has the big C, needs a liver transplant, is leaking from every orifice, basically. I don't mean to be brash, is that the term? When it comes to stuff that's going on, like that's possibly not, well, it's graphic for some people that are not like in the field. I say things sometimes and it's just like, whoa, what did you just say? Leaking for every orifice? Like, it's how people in EMS deal with things sometimes. It's bad. They've patched this lady up more times than I've ever heard of. Last time they had Brandon Shirtlift, who's one of the 4 suspects they've accused of being part of the unaliving of Michael, based on his words, based on evidence, and based on just, hey, he did it. He was part of doing it. They told him basically to just tell her where the baby is before she's no longer with us. And I mean, it's just horrific. I don't even know how her whole family is functioning. She's got other children. She was blessed, thankfully, to be a mama of more than 1 child. Even though 1 child is missing, she can't, just let go of the other children. And she promised Buggy that she would get justice for Michael. And Buggy just celebrated her birthday. That's her youngest daughter. She's absolutely the cutest little child. I mean, I swear, this child is absolutely beautiful. All of her children look like identical little mini versions of Brandy, which is wild. Like, there's no denying that that is your mama, okay? But, sorry guys, let me get readjusted. I have to sit some weird way every time that I'm sitting somewhere. But it's just, I can't even imagine. After this is over, I didn't really plan on this, so I didn't really have the links ready and whatnot, but I really want to push the food drive thing where they get DoorDash gift cards and food sent to them, because I mean, I can't imagine. Tyler is, I'm sure, taking the brunt of taking care of the household, whereas, you know, she's so sick. And so what we got updated yesterday was that she was in ICU, and she was basically leaking somewhere. They didn't know where she was bleeding from. And then that she was being flown from the ICU to Utah, where her sea doctors and the liver transplant stuff was to be. And so I don't necessarily know that she would be in stable condition to do a transplant, so I'm not sure that it's that. I'm not going to speculate really on what it is, because this is just too big of an issue, topic, conversation piece, whatever it is that's going on. I'm not privy to the actual factual information, so I'm not really sure what the life flight was from ICU to Utah, but I just know from what I know that it's just very serious. It's not a good thing. She's one of the strongest people that I know, which is why I posted the strong woman picture that I made her, that she never said anything about, and she might have not liked how it looked. I don't know. So I probably maybe shouldn't have posted it, but I was trying to relate to her how I felt like she was literally like the strongest person that I know. If anybody could get through this, it's her. She just seems to be such a joy of a human that it's just so unfair. Why do good people die young? Why do good people get bad things happen to them? Like, I just don't even really understand. I really don't. And it just makes me so sad, because why? Like, what, and why is the DA? See, all right, let me readjust one more time. Hold on, guys. Sorry. Well, that's not cool. God does not hate us. So, basically just keep her in your prayers. My daughter's friend was found the other day that was missing. Found okay, or found, like we usually find. Because, see, that always scares me. This whole case gets me. Yes. When we started having the suspects come up publicly and speak on different platforms, I thought we were for sure going to get somewhere. Oh, no, yeah, see, I'm sorry, Vanessa, that's what I mean. It's just terrible. All the news lately, it's horrific. It's, like, hard to get good news anywhere. Everything is doom and gloom and bad, and I'm sorry for that. That's terrible. Your daughter's friend. So basically the DA sat Brandy down and told her, and actually showed her the papers they had drawn up against these suspects, and promised her they would get justice for Michael. And then I feel like it's been at least 1 year since then. So why is it that we're still sitting here and nobody's been charged with anything? I mean, it was Brandon Shirtliff was basically told to please tell us where Michael is so that he could be possibly buried with his mama. And that's how it was presented to this man. Like, if you don't have a soul, I can see how that could just go past you. Like, oh, who cares, right? But I mean, anybody with a soul should feel some type of way about this poor woman who's been deathly ill, just fighting with everything she's got over her boy that she knows is gone. I just don't. I think losing her son did lead her illness. Yes, I agree. I believe there's a lot to it. I'm not privy to her whole life, and I don't think it's my story to tell, but there is, you know, alcoholism. I don't know whether it's fully after the fact, but stress, worry, still having to hold down a home after you've just lost your child. And then on top of that, it was just a simple error. And then originally, you know how we do true crime here. Every time that something occurs, we speculate and we start, you know, thinking what ifs. Because when we don't get answers right away. As a public, we instinctually go into, well, what if so-and-so did it? What if so-and-so did it? Well, it seems weird that, where was dad for an hour? And, why wasn't it just, you go into that whole theorizing. So they went through a whole period of time where people blamed them for the baby's disappearance. And Michael just got out the house. Michael wanted to go find some friends and play. And you would have never thought, this neighborhood is such a cute little quaint neighborhood. You would have never thought that you had monsters living so close to this home. I mean, straight up monsters. And that's crazy because the monsters live next to an S-offender that had a rap sheet, but the S-offender didn't do it. It was like literally these monsters that live next door. It's just like, you would have never thought. And that's the one thing Dolly said in his interview with her, is that, like, he asked her, do you think this would have happened to you? Nobody ever thinks this is going to happen to them. And of course, it's just, thank you, Stephanie. I just rolled out the bed. I always do. It's terrible. I probably should start wearing makeup again because it's not so hot anymore and it wouldn't be melting off my face. Stacy did Butterfly Kisses. Stacy did so many interviews on so many different channels. He thought he was going to have like a payday or something. I don't know what he thought was going to happen, but he changed the story. He added to the story. A lot of the stuff he said, it really actually did help because he kind of tripped himself up and he gave info on what happened without meaning to. He's definitely when he said, oh my God, I think he was on Sam's video. Her channel is too long and I already forget what it's like, missing in the Northwest or something. Sam, but he was up there. It was the one interview where he was talking to Sam and then Brandy came up and talked to her. Yes, it happened in Idaho. Oh my God, look at the dog. Oh, I get so distracted by the cute emojis. I love them. The husky was singing a sad song for Michael. But he said something to the likes of course it couldn't have been me. I've not had any sexual offenses and I've only got a judge. And I'm thinking, like, what did this, and I'm sorry for body shaming, but what did this fat slob just say? Like, is what I thought to myself. And I'm like, what? I'm just like, so, and you've got to think, Brandy read the affidavit or the indictment, whatever the paper is that the DA promised her he was going to go file charges with. She read all that paperwork. So she read all of the details of every aspect of everything this DA has against these suspects. So, like, if there was abuse in any type of way, she knows about it. So, like Carol said, I do believe that a lot of her anguish has to do with her turmoil. I honestly believe that Brandon, Sarah, and CC has something to do with Michael's disappearance, especially Brandon. Yes. You know why? Sarah, I know for a fact, she actually is spending time in the women's prison currently because what happened was there was another roommate at their home at the time, and she was charged, I believe, with owning a firearm or brandishing a firearm because this gentleman, his name I think was Tyler. I'm bad at names, but let's call him Tyler. He wanted to grill in the backyard. And I think she said it was their anniversary or something. So he wanted to grill something. And she didn't want him moving the grill. Because, when you grill, you can't grill too close to the house. You got to kind of move it out the way. So in case of a fire. And so he wanted to move the grill and she didn't want him to move the grill. And so they got in some type of disagreement to where it became so extreme that she pulled out a weapon and it's like she tossed a dog toy at him, or something became physical, and there was a weapon involved, to the point where now she's in prison to like 27. And so what's being alleged from that story is that possibly underneath that grill was a shallow grave, dug up remains. I don't even know how to say it nicely, sugar coated. But at one point in time, I do believe when Stacy said there was remains in that backyard, I do believe that there was remains. So when they actually brought the cadavers and when they brought the equipment out to dig up the backyard, there was hits on the backyard by the cadavers, which is why they started to actually physically dig the yard. They've definitely moved them. Yeah, Teenies, I really do agree. Hey, Grandmammy Annie. He told an interview where he was. He did, but at the same time, you know, when they cornered him and told him, hey, just tell us where this child is, you'll get leniency, we'll, you know, give you an extra steak or something, you know, his fat, tubby self was like, heck yeah, here, let me tell it. But Sarah, Brandon, and I don't even know, Adrian somehow is involved, because they wouldn't keep naming him as a suspect if he wasn't involved some sort of way. But I don't know if he was directly there when all of this was happening or what, but he told it. And they know, you know, Stacy's going to snitch. He's locked up. He's not going to freaking stay quiet. If they offer him something, he's going to tell it. So, of course, I believe as soon as, you know, he got put away, they moved Michael. And now we're just left here just wondering, like, where did they move Michael? Because now, with Stacy being out of the loop because he was locked up, he didn't get the notice. I think Adrian is a scapegoat. No, Adrian has some type of involvement. Adrian has a very deep, dark, I don't even know how to describe Adrian. At one point, his, I believe on Facebook or one of his social medias was like Adrian Lucifer, Lucian. So like he literally like adapted the satanic like Lucifer name or whatever. And he's got songs that he puts out and whatnot, but he seems like a very dark individual. He's the one that had conversations with Sarah Wander about, they were going on to like Craigslist and pretending to be like hookers so that they can lure people and then rob them. So like he's the one that's got the real grimy, just steal from people and do what you need to do type of background. But also it's like he was at that Applebee's visiting with his kid, and then it's fishy after that as to where exactly he was. But they wouldn't name him as a suspect and then not clear him. Oh my, if the district attorney doesn't place new charges on Rebecca and Jake, they may walk today. I heard that. And I don't know how that's possible, because why do they need new charges if they have those charges? Like, why? Clearly the baby's no longer with us, and clearly they've got evidence to prove that the baby is not alive, or else they wouldn't have charged murder. But I don't understand why they need new charges and why they would ever allow these people to walk free. California is wild. It's almost as if you can just do whatever you want to do in California. I don't understand that. But getting back to the point, basically just want everybody kind of to keep Brandy in your prayers, her family, everybody that loves her, which is probably half the world. And I think that's just the media having a talking point. You think so, Nina? Right, because I mean, I've never heard somebody get charged for something and then them needing to recharge them with something different and then not having that charge. Like, that's the charge. So why would they need to, why? Changing jurisdictions, I'm guessing. Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I've never heard of anything like that. I've never seen anything like that. Bubble hearts. Woo! So, I wanted to end kind of with a more light type of thing. And I think it was, I don't remember who got it from me, but thank you. I know you were someone that I know. In Elevated Truth Social's thing where he does auctions, he had this thing that was this lip gloss, and it's black. And it goes on black, and once it dries, it changes to the pH level of your lips to a pink color. We're gonna try it. I don't really like my teeth, so we're gonna try not to showcase my teeth while we do this, but I want to see what color pink comes up, okay? So bear with me. That's just my closing out of the video, so we can kind of try and lighten the mood a little bit. But I mean, either way, Brandy does deserve answers, very much so, allegedly. And I'm so mad that they promised her. And I told her, you know, I told her this last time I spoke to her about this with the case. I told her that if this DA does not do what he says, that he does not press charges and move forward, that I was going to go to Idaho and tie myself to a tree in front of the DA's office and picket until freaking they did something. Like, literally just tie me to a tree. And she laughed at me and was just like, no, don't do that. I'm like, don't make me bring the bullhorn, because I have one too. Thank you. Yeah, thank you. I love the little gifts. Thank you so much. Girl, let me know. I'll go with you. I mean, where's the people in Idaho, man? Like, we ride at dawn, right? It's like, I think so, Helena. I think so. And I need to add that when I get off of here, because I wasn't prepared. I didn't really even know. Can Chris McDonough help giving Brandy justice? He's been helping. He was the one that was with the Cold Case Foundation that was helping with everything. I mean, he was in the background interviewing Stacy when Stacy was locked up, telling them where the baby was in the backyard. So, like, I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Like, it's just like we're just at a complete standstill. Yeah, go ahead and post it, Helena, if you have it. I didn't plan on my live today, and then I had to do it on this. I was going to talk a little bit about Emmanuel, and I was going to talk a little bit about Jack and Lily, and I just can't not mention Brandy and the fact that Michael is still missing. It's just terrible. I don't know. It's just so frustrating too, and I can't imagine being Brandy, because it's like, she keeps being promised these things and she's just getting more sick. And it's like, she made a promise to her daughter that she was going to find Michael. And I mean, I can't even begin to tell you. It's like, she has a child that was old enough to know Michael, to where where's Michael? Who took Michael? She cries at night for Michael, and her mom has to sit there and wait. I mean, it's just horrific. I couldn't do it. I truly couldn't do it. Poor baby cries asking where Michael is or who took Michael, and let's go get the people that took Michael. And I mean, it's just so sad. I don't wish that upon my worst enemy's enemy. Like, it's just, I don't know how she does it. I really don't. I don't know how she does it. I don't know how she's been alive this whole time. I do agree with what Carol said, that this did make her sick. I mean, everybody would be sick. Imagine if your baby was taken from you and you know 90% of the story, but the people aren't being charged for the crime. Like, I would want to go to their house myself. All right, this is a little bit different. It's not really coming out as black like I thought it would. All right, that's very different. Maybe I should put 2 layers on. But you see it's black. Brandy's the strongest person that I've ever met in my life, ever. And, you know, now that I think about it, when we witnessed the stuff in Virginia with Mamta, who I'm not even going to call him her husband, her ex-husband, he's just prolonged his case for murder for another year. So he's not going to trial until 26. But what happened with those group of people is they wrote to their government. They went and demanded justice from their government. And when they did press conferences, we had all of the local officiates there. Like, we had like the mayor, I think. We had just certain people within the crowd that were like part of the community leadership. And so it's like, how do we do that with these other cases? Do we need to, you know, demand that the sheriff come out? Do we need to demand the, you know, I don't even know who all these people are. Hey, Lines, good to see you. It's literally, it just changed colors. You see it? I'm trying to put more on it because I don't know. I could have sworn, which I'm going to post the video. I told him I would. I'm going to post the video of Elevated Truth trying this on his live stream. But I swear his went on actually black, because you see it's black. But it changes to the pH color of your lips. So this is what pH I am currently. I like it. I know. And thank you for the person that gave it to me. I'm sorry I don't remember who you were. I know I would recognize you if I saw you in chat. It's called REALHER. Real Her. Discover Your Magic Black to Pink Lip Gloss. There. It's like this magic potion. I feel like I just had a magical potion on my lips, and it's just like, I don't even think that's pink. Let me turn this filter off. Okay. Filter's off. It's almost like a red. I don't even think that's pink. They lied to me. I was thinking it was going to be pink. Like, this is my favorite pink, you guys. So if you ever see me say my favorite color is pink, this is the color I'm talking about. Not like baby pink. Like, we're not having a baby pink. This color. All right, so I gotta go into work here in a moment, but yeah, it's a pretty nice color. It's just more red to me. It's like a it's red, but a magical potion. Yeah. So Dolly's coming home today. I can barely contain myself. I have to go pick him up from the airport later. Is your AC fixed? No. You know, they actually turned on the broken one at some point yesterday, and it worked a little bit, but it really was still struggling. So it was like, I think 75 by the time that I left the building. So yeah, it's not fixed. And the fire department red tagged it. So technically, I don't think we're supposed to have it on, but the manager comes in, and then the general manager comes in, and he's like, or no, the district manager, and he's like, what's making this air conditioner have to stay off? And the guy's like, well, the fire department told us we had to. And he was like, so basically we can just go turn it back on. And I was just like, yes, thank God. And I bought this little fan. It was from Temu. And the only reason I got it is because sometimes my desk where I ship stuff from the store, BuyDollySoap.com, sometimes it gets muggy over in that area. So I wanted to have the little desk fan because you can put like ice cubes in it, and I wanted to get that. And whatever, Temu has this thing where if you get a certain amount, it credits you back $100. And this big stupid thing, I haven't done it in a minute, thank God, because it's really addicting. But that was one of the items I got, and so I happened to remember I had it, and I brought it with me, put all this ice into it. It helped a little bit, but for the most part, if the whole building is hot with no airflow, it's literally going to feel like you're just blowing hot breath in your own face. Like, it literally was like a little coolness, but then for the most part, it was just like hot donkey balls breath. I just don't. But I mean, if I didn't have that, I would probably have died. I literally would have died. I'm not kidding. Anyways. You guys are the best. Thanks so much for being here with me every day. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Try to be kind to somebody, and especially in customer service. If you see somebody face to face, just try to be kind. It's easier to be nasty than it is to be kind sometimes, you know, depending on who you're talking to. But just do your best. That's all we can all do, right? Have a good rest of your day, everybody. Bicycle. I almost did this, and I'm like, wait a minute. I'm not used to wearing this. It's a different look for me. I might like it. I don't know. Bicycle.